against the odds. But yeah, we will see. Dany, one of the top seeds in this tournament, going up against, like you said, Zookalooza. Fun Wario to watch. I personally love this matchup. Two characters with good airspeed. Always going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. Also, funny enough, I think the only DLC we've seen today is, or this block, has been Kazuya, and that was
just Kazuya.
That was just the 2 games. We have not seen any DLC since.
Life could be dreamed.
Yeah.
Glancing blow on the laser is so funny. Yeah. Dany, not the biggest blaster wolf. Definitely a bit more of the out school of thought.
Yeah.
Of, you know, hey, I'm going to trust in my movement. I'm going to mix up, you know, using those double jumps and fastballs to make these timings, really, I think is the big element of mix-up when Dany plays. And I think that's one of the things that makes a lot of the good wolves function, but especially, you know, that is the solidified background for Dany. But
great F-tilt catch, and that folder is going to take stock.
Buenos dias.
Yeah, Zookalooza going up early in this game.
Definitely something Wario can do as well, because, you know, once you lose that double jump as well, if you burn that trying to, you know, get those mix-ups going, then you get caught with that anti-air or the air-to-air. Either one Wario can do very effectively.
Yeah.
So it can be a big trouble.
But this is a bit of a scary spot. Like, being in the corner against Wolf is always so scary, because you're going to get those back airs constantly pushing you back into the corner. You don't know if they're going to start throwing out F-tilt or dash back a laser and push you back in. It's really hard to find your ways around the Wolf when you're in that corner spot. But let's see if Zookalooza can kind of get in and get his really early percent combos going.
We will see. That is definitely one of the big things you want against Wolf. A little bit harder with Rage sometimes. You'll see like it. With the Wario at lower percents, that's going to be 2, 3, even 4 up airs, depending on the DI. But now we'll get that chance to build up a little bit more damage, because Dany get that up tilt to even up this game.
Yeah, and I will say there's about 15 seconds until full waft is on the clock. And it would be pretty early to get it right now. Or like stock-wise, it would be kind of early. But big combo from Dany coming out. Kind of resets the scenario, and now there's the waft coming in.
And honestly, could have been a good time to burn it right there, but instead saying 63, no guarantee on Pokemon Stadium 2 with how big the stage is, that is going to take the stock at that point. So holding on to it probably for that 3rd stock, if I would guess. And there are plenty of opportunities, just giving Wolf's unique combo weight for Wario to actually build that up and get that big game.
Yeah, and I will say one of the things that Zookalooza likes doing a lot is throwing out the bike. Usually, like, a lot of Warriors would just use that for recovering. What he likes to do is constantly have it out as, like, the laser blocker. And now it kind of prevents you from being able to, like, come into Zookalooza's zone, or he can kind of push forward with constantly throwing the bike out. But that back air is going to take out Zookalooza's 2nd stock. And now Waft is still on deck, but I don't know if you'd want to be ripping it on this kind of stock at 74%, or you want to save it for the last stock even.
He'll probably hold on to it for the last stock, but you also have to get your hits where you can get them. And right now, Dany's movement has been making that real tough for Zuka. And as a floaty, you are going to be getting comboed early on by Wolf right there. 51% already. And starting to get into that danger zone where a falling fair can definitely lead into your death. Fair back air at the ledge could definitely do it. Back air, the sour spot into the Wolf Flash, definitely a distinct possibility. Maybe exiting those percents. So we're getting close to where Dany, maybe falling Nair is what we're going to be looking for to try to close out the stocks, but can never go wrong with those back airs either. Against a floaty character, definitely take those stocks out of nowhere. Yeah,
and as Wario, it's always like, how do you actually take out the stock if you don't like rip the waft, or like you don't get those like really telegraphed back airs or F tilts? That was a great up smash though.
Yeah,
great way to catch
somewhat
that.
Safe on shield, but 160 can't get caught by stray aerials, and you will with that back air. that certainly hit. If there's one thing I can say with certainty and no question marks, that hit.
That did hit. It did hit.
And you can say what you want about it, but that did hit.
I do think Zookalooza was playing that very well. I think just as soon as that 2nd stock kind of came in, Dany kind of changed up his playstyle a bit, made it so that it was harder for like moved around in a different way to make it so that Zookalooza couldn't really catch him with really stray aerials, and that was what was getting a lot of that mileage in the 1st stock that Dany lost. But we'll see if Zookalooza can kind of turn back and reset. And I will say best of 5 again.
Best of 5 as well.
There's another game after this to readjust if need be as well.
I'm getting so thrown by the fact that Zookalooza is wearing a Hyper Hippo shirt. Hippo, the brother of Skits, another very good Wario, and one that I sort of see analogous with Zookalooza a little bit. I think that the combo game has not yet been present. We have seen trying to fish for it. that Nair just not having enough drift. But
Yeah.
I mean, if we do see a couple more big combos from Zooka, that really could be the difference to get back into it. But you know, I think one of the big things is that Dany's been spacing really well out of the aerial combo starters and hasn't been staying on the ground very long for things like the down tilt, for example, to get those combos started.
Yeah.
So been difficult for Zooka so far.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And then even looking at how he's been juggling, it's so good. But that's a great catch, the up tilt, it's double up air. Doesn't catch another landing, and now Dany dash attacks out of the corner. And then goes to the ledge trap, gets the forward throw, not down throw. And kind of resetting. Great grab from Zookalooza. Throws the bike up in the air, and not back air. He's going to take the stock very early. Full rage does help, but Town and City does as well.
Yeah, these Town and City platform heights, definitely really good for Wario. And of course, if you get those kills off the side, it's going to be the more reliable ones, right? Off the top, you can get you know, some things going, but obviously you can be able to throw a lot of back airs, a lot of forward tilts as well. We're going to see if Zookalooza can build up some extra credit here. Love the air dodge there into the ground in case of a wayward aerial, but Dany does fight out of the scramble, get that eventually back air, even things up to 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah. I will say I am going to be a bit biased.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. But I do think that Dany has been, just like, even though he's been losing the first stock every time, he somehow turns it around so well on his second stock that it's like, it doesn't even matter that he's losing the first one. It's kind of almost like an adaptation stock. And like, oh, this is how you're playing this stock, this game now. I can, whoa, on the wrong side of the waft.
Yeah.
Bit unfortunate there.
Good DI there from Dany. I mean, again, you just have to keep that in mind when Wario is comboing you. You can't just always be DIing out and then giving them those big combos. Sometimes you just have to eat it. Just 77%. Yeah, Dany going to start fishing for these back airs for sure. And away goes the bike, away goes the Wario as well. Dany, again, like we were saying, the adaptations, real nice.
Yeah, it's actually very strange because like I was watching them play against Lemon yesterday, and it was like very back and forth on how he was deciding to like mix up all of his options.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh,
crazy!
Going straight out there. Knew you were afraid. Knew you wanted to get to the ledge. Dany, that is that speedy movement that I think of Dany for. This
I want to watch that again.
Movement wolf. I mean, you take a look right here, back air, and saying you're dropping down there. You're not going to use your bike. I'm calling you out right now. You're not going to react to me dropping through that platform.
Yeah, that was crazy. And that's what I was going to say, is that he like switches up how he's playing on the spots.
That's,
like,
I think that is what is the difference between a high-level player and a top-level player. There are a couple things that define that, but one of those things is how fluidly can you switch between your different play styles? Are you able to access 2 or 3 of those with the same mindset, or do you have to go into a game saying, I'm going to play this one slower, I'm going to play this one faster? Because somebody like Dany definitely able to play both sides of the coin, like you saw over the whole course of that game too.
Yeah, that was just genuinely so impressive how he he knows where he wanted to be after just like losing a stock, and it's like, I know how you want to play the rest of this game. And it was just genuinely so impressive. And then turns up exactly when he needs to, because he knows that I've been playing a bit like, not even passive, but I've been playing differently in these spots, and suddenly I'm just going to throw out this huge combo and kill you for it.
See if we can kill this wolf for being at the ledge. Zooka has been getting some mileage out of these ledge traps. Sour back here right there just to set up onto the platform. See what the presence is to try to get back into this one, with Dany having that 2-0 lead, like you see on your screens at home right now. Just needs one more, but Zooka's not going to go down so easily. However, that chase aggressively with that up air, definitely going to get it done. So Dany getting to play with the lead again. Yeah,
sometimes when you're kind of floating up there in the air, you're like, I have a bit of time to like think about what's happening next. But then all of a sudden, that wolf can just be right in your face and just up airing you. And at that percent, you are just going to die.
Interesting. Dany going for that up air right there. Does set up for like a good advantage state, but no true combos off of that. I would have figured that even with the rage, down throw at 38, with Wario's weight might have led into a dash attack, but nonetheless, Dany appreciating the advantage state at the moment, 87, and letting that wolf fire wolf rather, go right through that stage. Give Wario a little tickle.
Yeah, that also does like that's like a pretty good solid percentage, like when you get hit by that, and also it's like really like I don't even think you can punish it that easily.
Final hit's got good knockback, and yeah, even if you do shield it, wolf just goes straight to the stage. You kind of have to be at a distance where you're not going to get hit by it and then call it out.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Great back air to catch Dany. Now, you are down 126%, but you do have that waft on deck. We haven't seen Zookalooza land a really good waft combo yet. We saw one, but it didn't even kill. So we really have to see the mileage out on this one, I think.
The question is, how are you going to be able to do that? Now with no rage, you've got a clean palette, but if there is one thing that Dany is going to do, it's just going to be to adjust the playstyle to not get hit by a falling up air or nair like you see there, because in can't come the pain train. However, holding a little bit too far right, didn't readjust to get that up air, so a tech error actually ends up getting Zooka killed. Dany calling out with a 2-frame on the down smash. 3-0 victory for Tennessee's finest.
Yeah.